Now, at the heart of your work, Kapil, is what you describe as mind transcendence. And, you and I
Yes.
spoke before this show, and I could speak to you all day and probably just ask questions, which further, I'm just so fascinated by this topic and the work that you do. How would you define mind transcendence?
All of the sort of prescriptions that exist in all disciplines are all based upon changing the mind in a certain way. So if the mind is making you unhappy, then the prescriptions and the bumper sticker slogans are aimed at making you happy. If the mind is making your performance go sour, then the prescriptions are aimed at helping your performance go better. So everything is done from the standpoint of the mind. But that isn't authenticity, and I'll tell you why. If someone's mind is making them unhappy, and if someone's mind is negatively affecting their performance, then for you to use the mind to enhance their performance or make them happy is still keeping you squarely inside the mind. As a result, you cannot work on the mind from inside the mind. You can only work on the mind from outside the mind. And so in order to be outside the mind, you must first transcend the mind, and then you can make the mind work for you, as opposed to the way it is for all of us, which is that we live as absolute slaves to our mind.
And that mind being all of the kind of the distractions and the life experiences and the information and all of it. Would you say, it reminds me of something I was thinking about the other day, that you use the word mind, you don't use the word brain when you're talking about
Yes.
studying. And is that
Yes.
because the brain is the organ, the mind is the thoughts and information?
Yes. Mind is far more subtle and far more powerful than brain. Brain is a biological, organismal viscera. It is simply a visceral organ. The mind is something that is far more subtle. The mind is what whispers to you to tell you who you really are. The mind is what whispers to you and tells you that you are good or you're not any good. The mind is what allows you to leap into emotional turmoil and live a roller coaster existence. The mind is what tells you all these half-truths and then sends your life on a trajectory finding and looking for things which aren't really there. So the mind is actually what keeps you separated from reality. That's the mind, and that is far more fundamental and far more influential to our daily existence than is the brain.